a week late. I think that's what I'm gonna start calling my channel, my videos, week late reviews. That's kind of where I'm at now. Well, whatever. Bullet Train is the new film by David Leitch, starring Brad Pitt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, David Tyree Henry, or the David Henry, I forgot his name. David Tyree Henry, I believe is his name, and a bunch of other people in this movie that I'm not gonna name because this movie is stacked with a bunch of different the main cast, including some cameos. If you're gonna watch this, definitely keep an eye out for those. And yeah, this movie is pretty much about a bunch of assassins on a train for, I guess, different personal reasons or different reasons that they're there for, and but somehow they all tie and connect. That's pretty much the general plot of this story here, and the main one we're kind of following along here is Brad Pitt's character. This movie is ridiculous. This movie is wild. This movie is insane. It is a plot that sometimes seems like it's just kind of messy and convoluted. There's just moments in this that honestly, the beginning of it were just a little slow. You're kind of wondering where the heck are we going with this movie. And I will say that by the end of this, it totally pays off. This is one of the greatest movies I've seen this year. I had a freaking blast with Bullet Train. This movie is, okay, again, it starts off kind of slow. It takes its time here telling a story or setting up the whole train, pretty much everyone that's in there. There's and the way they tell the story too, they kind of go back and forth in time with introducing some of these characters, which I think it's fine, but you can get a little confused in some moments. But I will say this movie does a great job of questions that you have in the beginning from some of these flashbacks, or even in what's going on in the train and why this person is doing that. They definitely answer them in such a unique way, and it really kind of makes everything come together very, very nicely. In the end, this movie really does accomplish exactly what I think it wanted to do. Be ridiculous, be fun, be hilarious, have insane amount of action, and a lot of blood and gore. Really, that surprised me, honestly. It kind of, I didn't think it was going to be as bloody as this movie was, and just streamed from the trailer. I don't know what it was. I just did not expect what I saw, really. I knew it was going to be fun, and I knew it was going to be a fun time, but it really did surpass my expectations for the most part. And honestly, I don't even know if, thinking about it now, in the aftermath here, I don't even think the slow start is a negative anymore. I think it did what it had to do. It really does kind of set you up for what the rest of the movie is going to be, and the rest of the movie is just absolute mayhem. I thought Brad Pitt was excellent in this movie. He does something with his character where he's constantly talking about his luck, and this movie has a lot. The main theme seems to be, luck and fate, and kind of what destiny is in a lot of this, and it's pretty hilarious what they do with Brad Pitt's character. Brad Pitt's really turning into one of those guys that, I mean, he's always been great, but I feel like now he's kind of, I feel like before in the 2000s and what he was taking on in 2010s, there'll be some moments where he would take on these movies that he kind of just, like, I don't know, you knew he was a star, you know he was one of those guys, but I kind of like this new, I would say almost different Brad Pitt, where he's having a lot of fun, and he's doing a lot of these roles that are just kind of lighthearted, and just his character, he just seems to be having a lot of fun and a blast in the recent movies that I've seen him in. Not to say that he was never like that, I just feel like I see it more now at least. And yeah, no, there's awesome moments in the movie that really caught me off guard. It's one of those movies that you should really see in theaters. I hate that it took me a whole week to see this. I'm glad that I stayed away from reviews. I'm glad that I stayed away from Rotten Tomatoes. I'm glad that I did all that. And there's other people in this movie too that are just worth checking out. I'm telling you, this movie will not disappoint. It is one of the best I've seen this year. It is an easy 9.5 out of 10. rating for me. I guess just the length of it maybe was a little too long. I know that's probably one of my biggest gripes in a lot of the movies that I watch. The length of movies sometimes can be a little overbearing, but other than that, honestly, that's a small gripe. This is a fun movie. I want to watch it again, and I cannot wait to watch it again. But yeah, that's my review, short and sweet. Exactly, how I would want to talk about this movie, because there's so much more to it that I can talk about. But I feel like this movie is definitely worth experiencing it all, seeing what the plot is and everything, and the different characters that are in this movie. It's just a fun time. It really, really is a blast. But yeah, that's my review. That's what I think about this movie, Bullet Train. What do you guys think? Make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow, make sure to like, comment, give me your opinion. If my opinion sucks, let me know. Thanks, y'all. Peace.